So for the last couple of weeks, I have been testing out the Earfun Air Pro 4 Plus earbuds, which were a surprising pair of earbuds, definitely an upgrade from the previous Air Pro 4s. I did have some issues with it though, which I'm going to get into as well, so that by the end of this video, you will know if these earbuds are right for you or not. So let's check them out. Now, Earfun did send me these to review, but they're not paying for or sponsoring this video, so you will, as always, get my honest opinion. Looking at the case first, and I really like the matte black finish to this because it doesn't show up fingerprints as much as glossy black does, which you can get with some other earbuds. Charging the case is done via a USB-C port underneath, plus this case also comes with wireless charging as well, which is a welcome addition, especially at this price. You've also got the LED bar on the front, which shows you how charged it is and also whether it's in Bluetooth pairing mode as well. Moving on to the earbuds inside the case itself. It's a fairly similar design to earbuds or Earfun's previous earbuds, which is functional, it does the job. I'd like to see a little bit of a design change every now and again. Having said that, it's a little bit if it ain't broke, don't fix it, because they are very comfortable inside your ears, and I had no problems wearing these for hours at a time. They do also come with 4 different ear tip sizes, so you can easily find the right rubber ear tip to fit your ears. One upgrade that the 4 Plus has over the previous Air Pro 4s is that it is now IP55 rated. So if you get caught out in the rain, these are going to be fine. Plus, if you happen to drop them on a sandy beach, well, they're dustproof as well, so they're going to be fine for that as well. Controlling these is via touch controls. You've got a nice little indented bit at the top of the stem, which makes it really easy for finding that correct spot. And you can use a single, double, triple, or even a long press for triggering a whole plethora of commands. Personally, I do recommend turning off the single tap command because that just prevents accidental touches from triggering actions. But hey, each unto their own, so you've got lots of different options there for picking whatever control setup is right for you. Now, moving on to ANC, and there are 2 different adaptive ANC modes with these earbuds. There's a ear adaptive and an environment adaptive noise cancelling, which is supposed to tailor the noise or the noise cancelling either depending on the sound that's in your ears or outside your ears. Now, I didn't really notice any difference between the 2, but there's options there and you can try them. Maybe it's just my scenario that really didn't pick up the differences. Having said that, both of those versions do a really good job of cancelling out that background noise. It's something that Earfun have always done really well with their previous earbuds, and it just continues with these as well. Do bear in mind though that turning ANC on does affect the sound signature or the sound profile a little bit. It does make it more bassy. That's pretty common for most earbuds between the difference between ANC on or off. It's definitely better controlled on these than a lot of other earbuds that I've heard. One mode on here that works really well is, as well as ANC, there's a wind cancelling mode as well. That is designed to cancel out that sound of the rushing wind going past your ears. Turning it on does a really good job of either cancelling out the wind entirely, and even on super busy days, well, it cancels out a lot of that background wind noise. So it's something it does really well. Now, turning it on does reduce the effectiveness of ANC, but I would much rather have it reducing the wind noise than trying to reduce anything else, because that's far much more of an impact on a windy day. So really good mode, definitely use it. I use it out walking the dog quite a bit because it's windy where I live. There is an ambient mode as well, which actually amplifies the noise around you if you're in an environment that really does that or you need that. I don't use it, but it's there if you want to. You can of course turn ANC completely off and just have it in normal mode if you want to do that too. Now that does save on battery life, which is a good thing, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Moving on to the sound, and there are a ton of codec support for these earbuds. You've got your standard codecs, but it also supports LDAC, LE Audio, Snapdragon Sound, aptX Lossless, and aptX Adaptive. So pretty much no matter what you have these connected to, you're going to get the best sound possible out of them. And if you find the need to tweak your sound even more, there are 30 different preset EQs in the mobile app that accompanies these earbuds. And if that wasn't enough, there's a 10-band custom EQ, so you can go in there and tweak the sound to exactly how you want it to. There's even a My Sound profile, which does a hearing test, and then it creates this custom EQ sound profile based against your hearing capability. Now for me, that my sound profile dropped the audio volume too much for me, and it just wasn't as good as if I went in and did a 10-band custom EQ myself. Having said that, even with no changes, out of the box, these sound really good. And that's not something I often say about earbuds. Now, one of the biggest improvements in these earbuds over the previous generations is that there is a dual band setup in here, or a dual driver setup in here. So there's an armature driver and a 10mm dynamic driver. So you've got one dedicated to the lows, one dedicated to the highs. So that means that you get a sound where the treble is nice and crisp, and you can hear it above the bass, and the bass itself is nice and tight, and it's not woolly and it's not overbearing over the treble. It's a good balanced sound with clarity to both the trebles and the bass. It's really a step up in audio quality from Earfun's previous Air Pro 4s. So much of an update, I think, that they should have called these the Air Pro 5s and not the Air Pro 4 Plus. Still, I'm nitpicking on a name here. Good sound all round. There's even more features crammed into these earbuds as well. There are 6 microphones in here to help to make sure that if you happen to use these for taking a call, that your voice is nice and clear and well heard. So we'll do the mic test so you can hear exactly how they sound. So you're going to now listen to a mic test of the Earfun Air Pro 4 Plus earbuds. This is what's going to sound like if you happen to use these for taking a call in a quiet room. And now you listen to the mic on the top of the camera so you can hear what the ambient sound of the room is like, with some simulated coffee shop noise playing in the background. Now if I switch to the mics on the earbuds, you're now listening to the mics on the Earfun Air Pro 4 Plus earbuds, so you can hear what it would sound like if you happen to take a call on these in a noisy environment. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Battery life on these is also pretty good. So with ANC on or off, you're going to get 8 hours or 12 hours of battery life on a single charge. So turning ANC off gets you 50% more battery life. So if you don't need the ANC, well, you can turn it off and get more playtime. Once you include the case though, then the battery life on a fully charged pair of earbuds and case increases to 36 and 54 hours with ANC turned on or off, which is a crazy amount of battery life to get in a fully charged case and pair of earbuds. When you do need to charge them, these also are equipped with fast charging, where a 10-minute charge will give you 3 hours of playback. And as mentioned before, these also charge over USB-C cable via the port underneath, or you can use the wireless charging as well. So super convenient. Connectivity wise, these earbuds are equipped with Bluetooth 6. So that enables not only multi-point, but also enables Auracast as well. So if you've got other Auracast compatible speakers or other pairs of headphones or earbuds, you can all listen to the same music source at the same time. And for those of you that like gaming, this is equipped with a gaming mode which will give you less than 50 millisecond latency for audio that is actually in sync with your gameplay. Now I did mention at the start of this video that I had 2 issues with it, and I do. One, and the first one issue that I had, was around wear detection. So you can set that on, which means if you take your earbuds out of your ears, it will pause music, and when you put your earbuds back in, it'll start playing them again. However, I noticed that with it on, even just walking down the street, it would randomly just stop my music because it thought the earbuds were coming out of my ear. Now, some people will say that could be due to a ill fit on my ears, but I've never had a problem with any of the Earfun earbuds before. They were well fitting in my ear, so maybe there was a slight leak of air or light or something. I don't know. It was just being super hypersensitive to that, so I just turned wear detection off. The other one was the AI translation. So pretty much every manufacturer at the moment is doing this AI translation gimmick, and I really think it is a gimmick where they say that it will listen to whatever language someone else is talking to, and it will tell you on the phone what they are saying. Now it does kind of work, but don't expect any kind of real-time conversational AI magic. I tested it listening to some like telenovela stuff on YouTube, and yeah, it really can't keep up with them. So it's quite cool to do it as like, hey, look what my earbuds can do. But yeah, I wouldn't rely on it if you're going to go abroad and you think it's going to instantly translate every conversation that you need. It's probably quite a minor bug for the amount of people that I think are actually going to use it. But Earfun aren't the only ones that do this. Lots and lots of other companies are doing this now, so I just thought you'd want to know how well it actually works. So other than those two things though, I mean, overall I thought the Earfun Air Pro 4 Plus earbuds, well, unless something else turns up, I think these are going to be some of the best value earbuds of the year. Because they sound great and they've got good battery life and they've got better waterproof rating than their previous earbuds, and they're pretty easy on the wallet too, because the retail of these are $100. But Earfun at the moment have a sale and they've got a discount code where you can get 25% off, and they're down to $75 on both Amazon and Earfun's own website. They're available in black and white too, so I will leave purchase links to these in the description down below so that you can go check them out for yourself. If you do want to check out some other earbuds though, then be sure to check on the link up here somewhere. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.